The great thing about From the Force is it's a platform for anyone with knowledge and a smartphone to share it with others. Hi, I'm Master Sergeant Mike Smith. I'm a public affairs manager. I've taken official Air Force portraiture for some time. I'm going to share some settings and processes in this final segment of micro lessons on this task. I'm happy to share what works for me. So your camera settings, camera body and lens, and image processing in producing official portraits have many factors that are specific to you, as well as your location, setup, and in the file formats and software used. But there are some common professional parameters. Some common lenses issued in military camera kits are the 24 to 70 millimeter and possibly the 70 to 200 millimeter. These lenses are workhorse lenses for public affairs shops in a variety of needs. They might be all that you have, and while they can pull off official photos, you should not use a lens or setting that distorts the subject's features, typically anything below a 50 millimeter. An 85 millimeter seems the preferred focal length for waist-level official portraiture, again, depending on your situation. Now, I covered some studio work in my earlier segments, like positioning the subject to ensure depth of field from the flag. Your lens selection, ISO, shutter speed, and f-stop are also factors in image quality. At a minimum, my ISO is never set above 200, and I set my f-stop within a range that provides a slight depth of field between the subject and the flag. My shutter speed is typically around 1/125th. As I have stated in previous segments, look at examples given by the Defense Information School or in AFI 35109 and try to match them within these ranges and settings. Now, I take photos in the highest quality possible, which for me is in RAW. I also use a software that allows me to image edit in RAW. I won't endorse or highlight a particular program over another here, but when you do your edits, keep in mind that the 8:10 resolution is a standard ratio for cropping and bringing in portraits for official use. In that ratio, leave at least a 2-inch space above the subject's head and crop above the waist. When making other image adjustments, follow ethical and professional retouching standards of what is allowed for the integrity of the image. Finally, I'm all too often reminding junior specialists that your job is only half done after clicking the shutter. I cannot stress this enough to be certain to add the proper metadata and captioning within the image before it's accessioning and release. That is your job, and this information can be learned from the DoD Visual Information Style Guide. So just to reiterate the importance of having a work order from my earlier segment too. This is also something that if you do not follow through with your management of official portraiture, you should value customer service. I think these are important signs of professionalism. You deliver the photo to the customer and you have them sign and return the work order. Your photos are properly captioned. Do you track your hours in a spreadsheet? Do you follow up with a friendly phone call or an email? I think that using these basics, and with my earlier segments, you can be very successful at official portraits and find it enjoyable. Thank you for viewing, and I'll see you out in the field.